What's up everyone, welcome back. We're gonna talk about my favorite walking topwaters. Thanks everyone for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this content. This channel is all about bass fishing, tackle, gear, trends in the industry, and just a lot about tackle. I mean, that's really what I'm all about. And we're gonna talk about topwaters now because I'm in the process of moving some topwaters into my boat. Fall schooling bite is on, they're busting up on shad, and I'm gonna show you my 10 favorite walking topwaters. There's a lot, but they all are a little bit different. They all have different actions, and they do have their time and place. As always, I'm not committed to any certain brand, so these are all from different brands. I'm gonna put links down below to Tackle Warehouse so you can check it out. They are affiliate links. If you wanna help out the channel, that's the way to do it. Doesn't change anything on your end. But I'm gonna tell you 10 great topwater baits that you may have heard of, you may not have used, maybe brand new to you, whatever the case. These are great baits that catch fish. So we're gonna start with this one just because it's right in front of me. It is the brand new Dead Man Walking from Bass Mafia. I got it in this lure wrap right here from Evolution Outdoors, just trying these things out. Never really been a fan of those wraps, but it makes sense and it hasn't been tangling up. So I'm gonna show you the Dead Man Walking. So this is a topwater walking bait, that's the name of it. But what I really like about this is obviously it's got a nice walking shape, pencil type shape, but it casts really well. It's got a weight transfer system. Comes with BKK hooks. They have some really great colors, including this. It's kind of like the Oki Shad color. If you missed my YouTube short, I do put bobber stops in front just so that braid doesn't wrap around that front treble. It works great for baits like this. The next one is the Ima Skimmer. So this is a really finesse bait. That's why they call it the skimmer. It kind of just skims on the surface. It doesn't have an aggressive walking action like the Dead Man Walking or most of these other baits I'm gonna show you, but it still walks really easily side to side, but it's a really finesse style topwater. It's great for when they're schooling but they're not really aggressive, or they just went back down after busting up shad. Really caught a lot of fish on this over the years. Spotted bass. I can remember a trip when I was at Lake Chautauqua in North Carolina. They were crushing this thing. So it's a really good bait, very popular, and has a lot of loyal fans. The Ima Skimmer. And the next one we got the Berkley Jaywalker. This is a great topwater bait. It rides a little bit higher on the water column, you know, still walk the dog action, but it kind of rides a little bit higher, but it works really well. All the Berkley hard baits, I'm really impressed with them. I use a lot of them, but this is a really good topwater that you just don't hear a lot about. The Jaywalker comes in a couple different sizes. Of course, you got good colors like bone. I mean, you're gonna notice a lot of bone in the colors that I'm showing you because it's really hard to beat a bone for topwater. Next one, kind of going back in the day, this is just my favorite topwater. I still use it quite a bit. It's the Lucky Craft Sammy. This is another one that there's a bunch of different sizes. You know, you can match really any size, from little tiny, like I think it's a 68 to the 130. You can see that one's caught a few fish over the years, but great finesse action, walks really well. It's great for clear water. Likewise, another great clear water bait is the Lucky Craft Gunfish. Really like this popping, splashing action. It's kind of a cross between a popper and a walking bait. You know, this one I was using for a pre-fish, that's why the hooks are cut off, but really a great bait for finesse. This is a hard to find color that I have a few of that I really like. It's called Lake Mead Magic or Lake Mead Special or something like that, but it's great for clear water, like Lake Mead or anywhere else in the country with clear water. Really like this topwater bait. Next up is the 6th Sense Dogma. This is basically a copy, I mean it's the exact same size and color of the smaller Vixen or the Kick Knocker, things like that. It has a great walking action side to side. It's a lot easier to obtain than the Repo Man or the Vixen because it's still in production. It's a great topwater bait from 6th Sense. I think it's about 10 or 11 bucks, so not too expensive compared to the price of those originals, and it does do the job. They have a couple sizes of this as well, but really good topwater bait. I've caught fish on both the smaller ones and the bigger ones. Next up, we got the Strike King Sexy Dog. Again, a lot of different colors, kind of a cheaper version, you know, compared to the others. It doesn't have the great colors. This black is a great color too, by the way. If you haven't tried a black topwater, both night and day, it works really well. But this one walks really easily. Again, it comes in a couple different sizes. You can find it just about anywhere, the Strike King Sexy Dog. Another one I really like is the yo-zuri 3DB. They cast really well, and it's got a really unique sound as well inside of that. So this is a 3DB pencil 110. There's a 100, I believe. I think even a 70 or 90. There's a smaller one too. So really good topwater bait, kind of overlooked because yo-zuri does make some really good hard baits. Another one I really like, again, I don't hear much about, is the Duo Realis pencil. And it kind of has more of a vertical action as you're walking it. It'll kind of rest down because it's weighted in the back. That weight in the back also makes it cast extremely well. So Duo Realis, you know, everyone knows them for the spy baits and things like that. They got a great lipless, but they got great jerk baits and top waters as well. Again, you just don't hear about them as much as you do, you know, your Lucky Crafts and your Strike Kings and things like that. They just are not as popular, but all their baits that I've used have been really, really good. All right, moving on to like a pencil popper style. I really like the Ima little stick. They also have a big stick, but that thing is huge. This is still a really big bait, but this has a very aggressive splashing action. You can see I got the bobber stops on there too, and I cut it off. There is a way to reuse these bobber stops. I'm gonna do a video on that as well. You can put them onto other line so it's not a complete waste. But the Ima little stick has been one of my favorite topwater baits. I've caught some big smallmouth, big spotted bass, big largemouth on it. It walks extremely well and it casts incredibly well. Another one that is pretty popular, that's kind of has a similar action, is the Evergreen Shower Blows. Again, a lot of great colors. I like this clear version. It's perfect because it's translucent. It's not too bright for clear water situations. Sometimes that clear works great. You still get that great action, the great splash, but that clear, or really any transparent bait, is gonna kind of disguise the full size of it. So if they're eating smaller fish, sometimes it's good to go with a clear or transparent. But really good action from the Shower Blows. This is the 105 size. Again, they have smaller and bigger sizes. And then last but not least is the OG. This is the Super Spook. And this is the saltwater Super Spook that has beefed up hooks, you know, big saltwater hooks, heavier duty rings, but the Spook is hard to beat, especially the Super Spook. Great side to side walking action. It's been catching fish for years and years. I got some of those old school Bill Dance ones still in my box that I use all the time. They still catch fish, but I really like the saltwater version, again, because it's beefed up. You can cast it under, you know, closer to rocks, things like that, and not worry as much about it. Obviously, it's still gonna break if you really, you know, cast it into it, but I do like the beefed up version of the Super Spook. So, like I said, I'm just going through all my top waters, and I looked and I realized I had a ton of different baits from a lot of different brands, but wanted to give you the rundown of my favorite topwater baits, walking topwater baits, I should say. So let me know, which ones am I missing? I'm always looking for more of them. I got a few more that I've been kind of trying lately, but I haven't fully put them into my top 10 yet. There you go, thanks for watching.